here were the items for the 11th, 12th, and 13th days for LEGO Star Wars. So of course there was the TIE Fighter, then the X-Wing, and then today the Scout Trooper. So I think these are some great builds. Of course, for the last 3 previous days before that, we had some Tusken Raider themed items, and then the X-Wing and TIE Fighter, which go together quite nicely. Now it looks like with the Scout Trooper, I'm guessing that tomorrow's likely going to be that speeder bike build that we see on the cover of this advent calendar. If it isn't, I will be quite surprised. But I really like mini builds. I think I've made that quite clear in this, going through each day. And I quite like the TIE Fighter and the X-Wing, even though those builds are very similar to their previous counterparts from Advent Calendars. They're still quite nice, and that Scout Trooper minifigure is always a very nice minifigure. For the 11th, 12th, and 13th days for Marvel, there was the Helicarrier mini build, which is really nice. The Thanos minifigure with the gauntlet and the sack right there, which is kind of probably like the worst version you could get of this particular Thanos minifigure, as he doesn't have the helmet and he doesn't have the leg printing. And then for today, we had a stocking, which I think is meant to be for Hulk, and then a gift, which looks like it's meant to be for Captain Marvel with the star and the dark blue and the red. So these are some really nice builds. I quite like that Helicarrier. I do have a couple versions of this Thanos, but it's still nice to get. And that those gifts are quite nice, giving some references to Avengers characters that we don't see in this Advent calendar. So all the items for day 11, 12, and 13 for Harry Potter have all had a specific theme, and that is for Gringotts. So there was the Gringotts minecart there, where you can fit 2 minifigures, probably, as they show on the box, Harry and Griphook. And then, of course, there is the Griphook minifigure there, which has the same face and hairpiece used as the Griphook from the Harry Potter minifigure Series 2. And then he also uses the Ollivander torso from, of course, Diagon Alley, which we see another use of a Diagon Alley piece in a cheaper set here, which is kind of disappointing. And then a Gringotts door there. So I'm hoping that with these we will see some really more upgraded versions of these builds with the Diagon Alleys, not Diagon Alley, of course, Gringotts in the future. But for now, I think these are some really great builds, and I quite like that minecart and the door, and I'm happy to get another Griphook minifigure in a new outfit.